Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Week 5, Business Ethics. I'm your professor, Dr. Neil Armstrong. In Week 5, we're going to talk about Chapter 3 of the book, Moral Analysis and Legal Requirements. One of the things that I like to always try to ask and try to really probe on people is if they understand the difference between what is ethical and what's legal, and if there's any kind of balance between the two. So, for example, if you're able to do something legally, does that mean it's ethical? Most cases that doesn't always add up. And it's one of those things we'll talk about a little bit this week, and I want you guys to look at a lot of different things we're talking about this week as well. So as a reminder, we're reading Chapter 3 from the book. We have a discussion forum. And as always, I kind of want to recommend that you do one of the case studies this week. You have 3 of them due before the end of class, and there's not a certain due date other than the end of class. But if I was you, I would do one this week. I would have done one last week and done one in a future week, since you have those on schedule for yourself. But that's definitely up to your own understanding and kind of your own schedule of things. I tend to like to make sure that I get ahead of things because I'll be honest with you, I had a class in college at Trevecca where we had to write a summary on all of the songs. And it was one of those things where I waited until the last moment to try to do that. That was very, very painful, and I learned my lesson from it. So, I don't know what to say about ethically or legally there, but it was one of those things where, legally I had until midnight on that night to start, but ethically I probably should have got started soon. That might be grasping my straws. I don't know. I just wanted to throw that out to you guys, because that's what was on my mind when I saw all these requirements. But definitely, do those before the end of class. I definitely, like I said, recommend doing one of those throughout so that you have a good pace on that and you're not having to do all 3 of those in the final paper at the same time, because that can be pretty heavy. And I don't want that on anybody. This should be an easy class. You should get a good grade. You should have a lot of fun and a lot of learning a lot of different things in this class as well. I've also included a video on moral analysis and legal requirements. And we have the discussion board questions as we always do. And if you post that by Wednesday or Thursday, or maybe even Friday, I can definitely respond to you guys. And I definitely do respond to you guys if possible. If for some reason you want to post later on, that's okay. Just know that I probably won't have a chance to do that because I am grading and teaching other classes. But I will definitely make an attempt. And remember that whenever you're doing the discussion board post, make sure that you post early enough so others can post on yours, you can post on theirs, so that you can definitely get credit for the whole thing. And we also have that case study 2, which is optional this week. You definitely need to do it before the end of the class. But this is the place where you turn that in. So that's pretty much what we have this week. If you guys have any questions, need anything, or if you want to add something to the discussion, feel free to do that. If you need anything from me, feel free to let me know. Thanks, and have a great week.